Parents, grab your kids. This is going to be one of the most interesting surviving romances that I have ever done. Hello once again, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel, where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to another episode of Surviving Romance, and I guess you could say a very special episode because of all the things, it was inspired by one of the kids in the neighborhood. Okay, let me give you a little backstory before we get to cooking. But recently there was a new family that moved into our neighborhood. And of course, obviously, I said family, so they've got kids. When the kids found out that I run a YouTube channel, they asked what I did. And without getting into too much adult stuff, I said I do cars and cooking mostly, occasionally video games. And they got really excited. They said, "Do you do anything for kids?" And immediately, I kind of halted in my tracks. Well, no, I haven't done anything for kids. So, in this particular episode, what we're actually going to do is grab your kids, grab a pen and paper, or you're welcome to cook along with us here on the channel. But we're going to basically do a simple sandwich that pretty much kids from the age of 5 all the way up until they're adults, it's very easy for them to make and with minimal parental supervision. Okay? So that's the idea behind this whole episode, to start getting kids to be able to cook on their own. Because, as sad as it sounds, I guess I forgot to really kind of put this in. When we start teaching our kids about good, positive nutrition, they're hitting up the fast food joints less. It will save their money in the long run, which obviously, being a good parent, should always be a part of romance, okay? It should be. So, I guess you could say a little one just put me in my place. All right, let's get to cooking. What are we going to need, folks? We're going to need, obviously, since we're talking sandwiches, we're going to need a good bread, okay? And how many times must I say it? A good bread should be able to be eaten by itself without anything else. I mean, if you could grab a slice out of the, directly from the loaf and eat it directly and it tastes really good, you're on the right track, okay? It should have as few other stuff, as many natural ingredients as possible. Now, kids, if you have a hard time reading it, don't be afraid to ask mom and dad to read what the words are on the back of the label, okay? It's okay. And if they tell you that it's a good bread, that it doesn't have a whole lot in the way of nasty preservatives, then it's definitely a good bread. What we have here is an Italian loaf bread from Walmart for about $1, okay? Prices may change where you live, so get mom and dad to get a good bread like this, and you'll be on the right track, okay, kids? All right, next thing, we have just some regular Walmart brand turkey breast, honey smoked, very cheap, economical cut, and good on sandwiches. We have here some Sorrento brand cheese. It can be any brand you want, as long as the cheese in question has a few, looks more like, pasteurized milk, cheese culture, salt, natural smoked flavor, and it doesn't have much in the way of other stuff. It just says enzymes and, some coloring, okay? Other than that, it's pretty natural, okay? So stick with stuff like that, kids. We also have over here some mayonnaise, and we've got some pickles. Now, if you don't like pickles, you don't have to put pickles on. And what you're gonna need for tools, you're gonna need a fork, a knife, a toaster, and you're gonna need some plates, all right? Now over here, we've set up our work area, And this work area, basically you can use wax paper, you can use a cutting board, or you can use parchment paper like we're using right here. And parchment paper is good for baking. If mom and dad do a lot of baking, they're gonna have some of this laying around, okay? So, now let's get to cooking. We're gonna go ahead and open up our pack, and don't be afraid to ask mom and dad for help on this. So we're gonna open that up. And we're gonna grab, don't grab the heel because it's gonna be too small. But go ahead and grab grab in right like that. We're gonna pop that down in the toaster. And we're gonna wait till that pops up. And we're gonna go ahead and get a couple more ready. Lay this out. All right, so we've got our sandwich. We're gonna make a total of 4 sandwiches. All right. Now, kids, you might be asking why we're toasting the sandwiches. Well, imagine, if you will, your morning toast. Do you think toast would be really good if it wasn't put in the toaster? Toasting the bread for a sandwich makes it taste better. That's why a lot of adults, when they go out and buy the sandwiches from certain restaurants, they'll ask, do you want it toasted? So that's why they ask that. So this will actually make the bread taste better for our sandwiches. So if you don't have a toaster, maybe mom and dad's got a toaster oven, ask them for help, okay? Using either or will be just fine. But if you've got one of these, it's all you're gonna need. Oh, and something else that was just pointed out was the fact that in some cases, if you don't have a toaster oven or you don't have a toaster, you can use the broiler, but you're definitely going to have mom and dad's help for that. All right? So, now that our bread has come up, do be careful. If it gets stuck in there, don't shove a fork or a knife down in there. Get mom and dad to reach in and get it for you. We don't want to burn your fingers. Okay? We're going to go ahead and put just a thin layer of mayonnaise on. You don't want a whole lot. Just like that. Okay? You'll put it on both sides. Don't need a whole lot. Just a thin layer. Okay? Set that right like that. I'm gonna come over here and get some turkey meat. Now, because of how thin they slice it, you're gonna go with about 4 slices of turkey. If you don't like turkey, ham is just fine. Whatever you like. Lay that out right like that. You're gonna come over here, grab some cheese. Cheese, right like that. Like that. Come over here, get a couple pickles. If you don't like pickles, you don't have to put them on there. And that's it. That's all this sandwich gets. I had just almost put the wrong lid on. Isn't that funny? And there's our first sandwich. So our bread is up. Now we're going to reach over here again. Just like that. And right back to that thin layer. You don't want to put too much on, or otherwise it gets all over your hands. You ever had that happen with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? I have. It's no fun. This stuff gets everywhere, and then mom and dad's always mad at us. So we don't want to put too much on. It's the thin layer, okay? And we're gonna, just like before, you're gonna get about 4 slices because of how thin they make this. Put it up there right like that. gonna come over here, get a couple more pickles. There we go, we got 2 sandwiches. Grab our next plate. Just like before. You get too much on there. There's too much mayonnaise on it. You scrape it off right like that. Just like that. Okay? And 4 slices again. Fold them down, put it on the sandwich. And just like that. We're almost done. And there you go. Now we'll put the lid back on. We won't need this anymore. We've got to put that back in the refrigerator. Put our knife in the sink. Let's go ahead and finish up our sandwiches. Oh, yes. All right. And last slice of cheese. Pickles, just as before. Put that in the sink. And there you go. 4 sandwiches. It didn't take that long. And oh, look, see, we made. That's why we put down the parchment. So if anything got on it, all we gotta do is throw it away. And then Mom and Dad aren't chewing us out because we made a big mess in the kitchen. So there you go, kids. Now you too can begin cooking. And when you learn how to cook right now, Mom and Dad will be much more happy when you get older, because then you'll be able to do a lot more for yourself. So parents, now you have no excuse to begin to not begin teaching your kids how to eat properly at home. So they're not always hitting up the drive-thru, because I've seen a lot of nasty things happen with kids that eat way too much fast food. So that being said, it brings us to the end of this video. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button and hit that subscribe button. As usual, get out there and work on a project. I don't care what it is, just do something with yourself. Remember, idle hands and a creative mind, they don't go together. They can go together like oil and water. If you have a sweetheart, do something special for them today. You might even spend a little bit of time with that sweetheart and your kids. And, as always, for all of you out there, no one out there has told you that they love you. Prince Magnum does. God bless you, and have a happy 24. Thank you.
Man. Wow, man, freaked out.